Arizona Cardinals and New England Patriots, two star quarterbacks, not star performances from either one. It was ugly. It was back and forth. Cardinals had a double-digit lead, and they blew it. There have been 35 games so far this season, the most through 12 weeks in any season of the National Football League, where teams have erased double-digit deficits and come back to win the game.
No
the
crowd
Patriots,
noise.
one of two yesterday. That has something that's right. Now, the Patriots were at home, but, on the road, it makes it easier to come from behind when you don't have the crowd noise to put the hammer down and pin the ears back for defensive linemen and get after quarterbacks.
Yeah, even
Both
at home,
defenses,
Mike, you feel the pressure and tension in the building, even if
the
you
boo.
are,
You don't get booed.
Right.
You don't get booed.
Right. Or, it's, the second and third down on a must-have drive, and you hear the boos and the murmurs already, and now it's third and fourth down, and the whole team feels, that pressure. That's a real thing, too. So I think that is part of why we're seeing so many of these comebacks. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's a good point. I mean, it's once every few weeks there's one of those awkward moments where a supposedly good team has to go to the locker room and you hear that whoa. Is that the noise? Is it kind of like that? It's kind of like a dying walrus.
Right.
Whoa. I have a feeling we're going to hear that one again at some point. Anyway, Kyler Murray, after getting himself onto the short list of MVP candidates following the Hail Murray, two rough games since then. The Seahawks bottled him up from a running standpoint last Thursday night. The Cardinals were bottled up again by the Patriots on Sunday. Now, Murray's got that shoulder injury that they tried to be very coy about.
Yeah.
He was limited in practice much of the week. I don't know how much that affected him. It's the Patriots, right? And the Patriots will come up with ways from time to time to shut you down. They will take away what you do best. They tried to do it last week with Deshaun Watson and the Texans, and they couldn't. This week with Kyler Murray, they could. They took away what the Cardinals do best, which is get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins and let Kyler Murray wreak havoc with his legs.
Yeah, well, as we always talk about, it's a matchup game. The Arizona offense, I think, matched up a little bit better with New England as far as on New England's side of it, being able to cover and do certain things to stop some of their schemes down the field and all of that. But, hey, this is the third game in a row we've seen not necessarily a great offensive passing attack from the Cardinals. Yeah, I know the Hail Murray play, right? The Hail Murray play, we got to remember, if he doesn't complete the Hail Murray, he's thrown for 198, 201 yards in that game. Of course, the Seattle game the next week, solid, but not great, not what we've come to expect out of Kyler Murray and the Cardinals offense. And then yesterday, so it's something that I know I've brought up to you. I do feel like defensive coordinators have caught on to have some of their schemes and pass patterns down the field. And then the next thing is, okay, can we figure out a plan to stop Kyler Murray from running around and making us look silly? And New England had that. And then, it just seemed like every big moment, right, Mike? New England made the play and the Cardinals didn't. It's specifically that little stretch we saw at the end of the first half where the Cardinals have a chance to go up 17-7, and you're going, man, the way the Patriots offense looks today, they go down by 10 points, this could be over. And they make the goal line stand there. Like you said, New England's unbelievable. They play complementary football, and all three phases every week show up. And yesterday, you look at special teams, they had a huge kick return and a huge punt return that helped them score. And that was a big part of the football game, and that's where Bill Belichick is just amazing to me.
And that's why the Terminator is not dead.
Never dead.
Until the Terminator is dead. This dynamic with the Cardinals that has unfolded since the Hail Murray.
Yeah.
There other teams struggle with this, and I think the Vikings in particular. Kyle Rudolph explained this to me a few weeks ago. When you have a big loss or a big win that happens at the very end, that's either a punch in the gut or an unexpected exultation, you still have to keep playing games.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes you get so caught up in that moment that it throws you off, especially, either when it's bad and one loss becomes two, as you like to say, or when it's really good and you can't get back into your grind. You feel like, hey, we're pretty good. It's like, yeah, you still got games to play, guys, and now you've lost two in a row since then. So I know there's other factors that go into it, but I can't help but wonder whether that was, like this postseason excitement moment for the Cardinals while they still had a lot of games to play And they really have lost their way since then.
They definitely have. I mean, it wasn't good football against the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday night, and had a week off, a long week to prepare for the Patriots, and didn't look special yesterday. Certainly, I mean, had chances to win the football game. I mean, we know that. Missed a field goal at the end that could have put them up 20-17, made things different, but we haven't seen that magic to what you're talking about. We don't see the magical connection that we saw Hopkins and Kyler Murray early in the year. That kind of seems to be few and far between at certain parts of the football game. And then what I really think is just teams have figured out, like I've said, the Cliff Kingsbury plan of attack a little bit with the passing game and how they want to attack Kyler Murray too. And we saw that. I know we broke it down last night, but with Kyler Murray, hey, the Patriots so many times, looked like they show blitz. They got 2 spies, in the middle of the field for Kyler Murray. If they want to throw the ball short and over the middle, which they might do a lot, or just get the hands out quick with the quick passing game, they had people all over the passing lanes. I mean, we showed Chase Vinovich. The whole defense is jumping up. Their whole job was, wait, this guy's small and fast. Let's not over pursue. We'll kind of just mush rush and keep him in front of us. Get our hands up. That takes away his ability to throw a lot of footballs because, again, he is small and he's not perfect. That hurts his game. And then within that, because they're just looking to time the jump, they're in a position to, oh, wait, he's scrambling? All right, I'm in a good spot to go out and contain him there or go there. And that was where it was really brilliant by Bill Belichick and Steven Belichick and what the Patriots did.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.